how this is really different, like, from the traditional classroom, right? Like, in a traditional classroom, you may not have every desk in a row these days. You may have clusters or a circle, but basically what's happening is, like, all the kids are learning the same thing at the same time. And I wonder if you could talk to about, like, why that's problematic.
Yeah, so if you're sitting there passively learning, the teacher decides what you need to learn today. So you've got no motivation, particularly in an area of your interest or that you feel like doing that. And like, I don't wake up every day feeling like I'm energetic and keen to do the same thing. Sometimes I want to start with reading. And then, if as a child, they might want to do maths first, another child wants to start with their language work. So every child can work with their interests, with their how their energy is at that moment. And when you're passively learning, you're also like, you have no active involvement in discovering anything. They're just giving you facts for you to, put into a worksheet or to make into a PowerPoint. Where with Montessori, the children are taking an interest and researching it, and 6 to 12-year-olds will call up a place and find out more information and actually go and do visits outside of the classroom. So it's really about engaging the learners as opposed to them being passive. So you're choosing what you want to work on. You're choosing the area of interest that you feel like working on. And then you have workbooks that, a register to keep track of what you're working on so that you make sure you're covering all the areas. And the teacher's responsibility is also to help you, guide you. So if you're avoiding a particular area, that's one parent's, main concern is like, oh, what if my child never is interested in maths? Then it's the teacher's responsibility to say, okay, they might not be interested in maths right now, but how can I lay the foundation and make sure that they're moving forward in that area, or get them interested in counting the number of words in a book if they're a really big bookish, child, and finding a way to come to that so the child is going to be more interested. And so these hands-on activities that you were talking about practical life activities, it's really fun because people think, why are they like just learning to mop the floor? But there's actually so many processes that are involved in these practical life activities, where you learn to look after the environment. It's not, oh, you made a mistake, you have to clean it up. It's just like, oh, I spilled something, so I clean it up, so I take responsibility. So they're learning about how to be a citizen in their classroom. They're learning like a sequence of activities. So when you're doing the washing up, for example, after your snack, you'll need to go and get a jug and take it over to the sink and get some water. And you probably pass a friend or two along the way, and you can't get distracted by what else they're doing, working on. And then you come back and you pour the water, and you're learning a lot of fine motor skills by, controlling the movement so you don't spill a drop. And if you do spill a drop, then there's a cloth at the ready so you can, again, take responsibility and clean it up. And then you are working on your hand skills as you squeeze the soap in. Anyway, there's lots of little steps, and this is all to do with building executive functioning skills as well. And they also feel really capable and that they're making a difference in the space. So those small steps, those practical life skills, are teaching them a lot about being in society. And as they move into the 6 to 12 age groups, those kind of things we'll be looking at, oh, not just my classroom, but how they can, service the community. And then there's adolescent will go and how they can be a citizen of the world. So yeah, they all build on each other.
Catch new episodes of the Mindful Mama podcast and other free resources, including the Mindful Mom Guide at mindfulmamamentor.com. You can listen to every back catalog episode, including interviews with Dr. Dan Siegel, Ianla Van Zant, Sharon Salzberg, and get meditations, join our private Facebook group, and more. Go to mindfulmamamentor.com now. I'll see you there.